Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to another vlog. It's Chantel here. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, yeah, today's video is quite different. I've done something like this before, but I think I have when I made the fried rice. But today I want to cook two things. I just came back from the village about 3 days ago and there's been nothing in this house, no cooked food, and left to me, I don't really care, but the workers here, I just felt for them yesterday when I came out. I gave them money, yeah, but they've not had good cooked food, so I just decided to cook something for them today. I'm going to be making ogbono soup and stew as well, and I wanted to take you guys along with me. So this would be my first real cooking for the year 2020, so let's see how it goes. I have a bunch of meat. I already brought them out of the freezer yesterday. This is chicken, this is beef, tozo, this is normal beef, and this is goat meat. So in my house, what we like to do is just put everything in ziplocs according to the type of meat they are, and this is shaki. So I'm going to take a bit of everything and just mix it together and boil. So I'll start with the goat meat. This is soft goat meat, by the way, so I can boil it with the chicken and all, and by the time the tozo is cooked, the goat meat will be cooked as well. But if you're using strong goat meat, I'll suggest you boil it separate or boil it for longer, so maybe when the chicken is cooked you can bring it out, then continue with the goat meat. I'm just taking very little, very little, because there are not so many people, but the beef is already small, so I'll take all of that. And the tozo is not so much as well, so I'll take all of that too. And I'll also take a little bit of the shaki. One of my cousins calls it shaki. So this I'm using in the soup. I might even put some in the stew. Shaki and stew is always sweet, but it's mainly for the soup. And for the chicken, I'll just take a little bit too. This chicken is more of chicken wings that's inside here, so just boil everything. So I'll go on ahead and wash my meat. Even though we always wash meat before we put them in the freezer, I still like to go in again and wash it very well so that there's no sand or dirt. And I also like to remove the fat from the chicken. If it's a broiler type of chicken and you have so much fat, I just like to remove it, but this one doesn't have enough. And I'll pluck out the excess hairs, put in my pot here. So first off, I'll go in with salt. And I'll use Maggi. I'm using the Knorr chicken cubes. Oops. This is one. Next, I'll be adding this Goya seasoning, Sazon Goya. It's a low sodium seasoning, and we just use it in the house. I don't know what it does extra, but I'm used to using it for meat and sauces and stew, so I'll just put it. So this is what a pack of it looks like. It's actually really small, and this is the color. Yeah, it doesn't have salt in it, so it has more of onions, garlic, ginger. It's just a mix of seasonings except salt. Next is my onions. I'm going to be using these ones to season the meat. Normally I'll use the red onions and this one, but we've run out of the red onions, so this will work. I'm going to add it into my pot. And turn everything together. When we're cooking meat, we don't put water at the initial time because you want the meat to absorb all the flavors of the spices that you put in, and thereafter, if the meat is not cooked before the water dries up, you can now put additional water, but the water from the meat is very enough for the first time. Right now I'm going to put it on fire. Next is my tomato. I got out this ziploc from the freezer, so I'm going to blend all of this for the stew. And for my ogbono soup, I like to put a little bit of tomato as well. I want to check my meat now, and it looks like it's cooked, especially the chicken, because I started moving away from the bones. So I'll just pick up this one and use my knife. So as you can see, it cuts really easily, so the meat is almost cooked. My goat meat is cooked, so I'm going to turn it off now and start the soup and the stew. First off, I'll separate the meat. I told you guys I'm going to use chicken for the stew and a bit of maybe goat meat, but the rest will be for the soup, like the shaki, tozo, and the beef. I've separated them. This one is for the stew. This is a mix of chicken and goat meat, and this is the tozo and beef for the soup. This one is a bit smaller because I'm going to add dry fish and stockfish, and I'm not making a lot of soup. So let me show you the sauce I got out from the meat. So this is what I got out of the meat. I did not add extra water. You guys remember that the meat was a bit frozen, it had not thawed a lot, so there was still a bit of ice inside the meat, and when it melted it brought out a lot of water. So this is the sauce. It's so good, it tastes so good, guys. So I'll share this into two and use not exactly into two. The one for the stew will be much more than the one for the soup, and I'll use it to mix it when I'm done. You guys will see how I'll go about that. And now this is my tomato. You saw me blending. I want to blend pepper now and start cooking. This is the quantity of pepper I'll be using for both the soup and stew. Normally if I'm cooking for just myself, I'll use way more than this, but this is hot pepper, and those in this house, they don't really like a lot of pepper. I've already washed it, so I'm going to remove the head. I'm going to add a bit of water. So I'll start with the stew, guys. I want to use tin tomato. I'm using these two here. Normally I'll use two of one, but we've run out. This one is the Kirkland organic tomato paste. It's just tin tomato, and this one is same thing but from Members Mark. See their patterns here. Finished, so I just took the last two. We don't really fry a lot, so for stew I'm not frying anything. You guys will see how I do my stew. I'm just opening the tin tomato. So I already have the pot I want to use here washed. Everything is clean, and I'm just going to turn on my burner. Turn in my tomato, the one we blended, the fresh one, and I'll leave some for the stew, for the soup rather. Add the tin tomato, my onions, and pepper, just enough to taste. So this is what it looks like. I'm just going to turn it properly. Then go back to preparing every other thing I need for the soup. I'm going to start prepping for the soup. This is stockfish. It's already boiled, and I'm going to take a bit of it and just put inside. This is the stockfish body, I think. Yeah, this is stockfish body. So I'm just taking a bit, just very little. I'm glad that we boil these things in bulk, so when you're cooking it's not so much stress anymore. I also have isam. The English word for isam is actually periwinkle, so I'll take a bit of it as well and put in a plate. This is the roasted periwinkle. The difference between this one and the other one is that this one stays strong all month, year, or whatever long. See, it's so crispy compared to the other one. This one is more expensive than the other one though. So next is the leaf I'm going to be using for the ogbono soup. This is okazi leaf, and I like using okazi for ogbono. Some people use bitter leaf, some people use uziza leaf, that's the pepper leaf, but I like to use okazi for my ogbono soup. And I'm just taking very little. I don't really like a lot of leaf in my soup. This was from the freezer, has already been cut and cleaned and all that good stuff, so this is the quantity I'm using. And next is fish. I don't know the names of fishes, guys, but I think that this one is smoked catfish, this one, because it has the whole tentacles and all. But I'm using two types of fish. I don't know the name of this one, so if you guys know the name, look at what it looks like here, let me know in the comment section. I'm trying to focus, well it's not, but this is it here. So if you know what the name is, let me know in the comment section, please. So I just like to debone fish first, and as I'm deboning, I'm putting it in this plate because I wouldn't want someone to choke from my food, basically. Yeah. This is the amount of fish I'm using, and I have deboned everything and washed it. Back to the stew. It's almost ready. I'm now going to begin adding my spices. First off, I'll go in with this Goya Sazon thing that I used to boil the meat. Then I just added 1 pack here. Noa seasoning, curry powder. This one is the hot Indian curry powder, but you can use any curry powder that you have. Also going to be adding salt. And when all of that is in, after a bit, I want to add the meat water, and yeah, our stew is ready. So yeah. This is the consistency I have now. I'm going to add the meat and bring it to a boil, and when that is done, I'll add oil and turn it off. So that's how I make my stew. We don't fry tomato in my house because, I mean, I don't know why people do that, but so I'm going to add my meat. And just stir it in. I had no idea that this tomato was going to come out like this. If not, I'd boiled more meat. But if the meat finishes, you can also always boil meat and pour inside. I've tasted it and I love the taste, so I'm not adding salt, pepper or anything again. I just want this to boil, and I'll add my groundnut oil and it's ready. So guys, it's ready now. I'm just going to add a bit of oil. The oil you see floating on it was the one from the shombo, so I'm just adding a little bit of more oil together and leave it to boil for about 5 minutes, and the stew is ready. It looks so good. I wish I had more meat. Yeah guys, it's boiling really well now, so I'm going to take it down. Stew is ready, and for you to know that your stew is ready, you see the oil floating on top, so all the water is gone and it's just your tomato and whatever you have inside. I later got my red onions and I just chopped it, and I'm about to boil. And I'm about to start the soup, and I've prepared everything. This is the stock fish. This is the dried fish. This is called iru, but the English name is locust beans. Yeah. And this is the vegetable I'll be using. This is okazi leaf. This is isam, and this is my blended crayfish right here. This is the meat on the fire here. I have my oil. I'm just trying to melt it. I'll tell you guys why I melt oil in a bit. Mix of tomato and onion, and yeah, that's everything. This is salt. This is the pot we're going to be using. I'll remove this meat water and just pour it on top of the meat and use this pot for the soup. And over here we have the blended pepper. So everything is ready for the soup, and I'll just start cooking now. My pot is on fire now. The reason why I melt oil is for quantity's sake. So if your oil is blocked and you put it inside your pot to fry or anything, you wouldn't know when you put so much oil. So in my house we like to melt oil, so it gives you a clearer picture of the amount of oil you have in your food, basically, if that makes any sense. So I'm just adding a bit. And I'm not bleaching it because it's ogbono soup and we need oil. So this is the quantity I have in my pot. And next I'm going to be adding the mix of tomato and onions. So in here I have tomato, the white onions, and the red onions I just blended. To add a bit of pepper now. Next I'm going to add my ogbono. So this is blended ogbono right here, but it's not so smooth. I don't know how they blended it, and it looks like this. Can you guys see what it looks like? But I'm going to make it smooth now. I'll show you guys what I do when ogbono is like this. I already have boiling water on the gas, and I'm going to take the quantity I want. The hot water, I just took it out from the gas, and I'm going to pour it inside the ogbono. That way it melts all the lumps and makes it and turns it into a smooth paste. I just keep stirring. So if I just put the ogbono into the soup like that, you will notice that these lumps will still be here, but with this method it just melts it before it goes into the pot with the other things. So this is a hack I like to do. I learned this from my mom and my aunt. So next I'm going to transfer this into the tomato mix on fire. One has dried. You can see the oil is already on top floating. So I'll just add my ogbono inside it. Okay. And I'll just leave it to boil for a bit before I add my seasonings. Not that I haven't put salt, I haven't put Maggi, nothing into it. This is just pure tomato, pepper, onions, and now the ogbono. And you guys, it's boiling really well and it's already drying so much. I'm going to add warm water inside it now and then add my fish so that it can boil. I think I'm fine with this consistency because I'm yet to add the meat water. So when I add the meat water, it will be very, very okay. Let me add my fish now and bring everything to a boil and put my spices, salt, maggi, and crayfish. Oh, this has been boiling for a while, and next I just want to add my meat and my meat water. There it goes. Next I'll add my isam or periwinkle and my okazi leaf. We'll just let this boil and I'll turn off the stove. And our soup is ready. I'm going to turn off the stove now. Just look at this lusciousness. Woo! It will be so good with fufu. It looks so good. And I did not use a lot of vegetables, so it's really sparse inside, just how I like it. Oh, everything is ready now. This is the stew and this is the soup. I'm going to just turn them now into plastic containers and wash these pots out. And I've turned them into bowls. This is the soup here, and the stew is inside this one. And it's actually a lot. I'm so happy that it came out like this. So even if the meat from the stew finishes, I always boil meat and put it in it. So yeah, food prep is not easy. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I just had to. So guys, that's the end of today's video. Did you learn something new? I'm aware that different people have their different recipes and techniques for making food, but I just showed you guys mine. Is there anything you do differently? Let me know in the comments. And is there any other thing you want me to learn, or anything that you feel like you learned from me? Just let me know in the comments as well. And if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you watched up until now and you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Just click on that red subscribe button and share with your friends. I always keep saying this: share my videos so that it gets more views and gets to so many other people. Yeah, thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Oh, before I go, I want to tell you a hack about ogbono. Ogbono is not good with hot oil. So if you're in the business of frying ogbono with very hot oil, you notice that it doesn't end up drying well. So the thing to combat that is to use the oil when it isn't bleached. I don't bleach ogbono. I don't bleach the oil before I put ogbono so that it doesn't go black and stops drying. So most people would have experienced this. I'm just here to tell you guys, it's just my 2 cents. So if you've experienced that, this is what you use to combat it. Don't use too much hot oil. Let the oil just be normal before you put your ogbono inside. But if you're like me that uses tomato, you put your ogbono after the tomato and onions and pepper have fried together. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in my next one. Bye guys.